morning, we're going to be doing something very, very interesting. I had a couple requests to do this. Now, listen, guys, I want you to bear with me because I'm in my office. I'm in my home studio, and I'm not in the actual store. But what I'm going to show and teach you today is how to create a display. Okay, it's going to be something really simple and basic. Good morning, Lori. How are you? It's going to be something really simple and basic. So, with the basics that I'm going to show you this morning, you can implement this if you like in your business. And one thing about merchandising and displays, I'm not going to call a percentage, but it has a whole lot to do with how fast you sell and what you sell. Because when women come into a shop or when consumers come into a business, the environment sets the tone for them. So this morning, like I said, I want to show you how to build a display. One of the pet peeves that I have about displays and vignettes and merchandising is that when you go into a store and you see when you see a display or vignette, it's all bumbled up or it's all mixed up and all kinds of stuff is going on. There's really not a story. It's just stuff put together. So this morning, again, I'm going to show you, let me get my little notes here. I'm going to show you how to create a display. And again, this is going to be really basic, but this is the foundation, okay? This is the foundation of creating displays. Now, let me introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, I am Paulette Baker. I'm a seasoned resale veteran. I've owned resale businesses for the past 23 years. I've had about seven, somebody says 8, I only count 7, but I've had about 7 stores in the local community for the past 3 years, and we've had three to 4 stores going at one time, so we did have an overlap there. I'm also a retiree from the federal government. I work for the Department of Treasury, Department of Navy, Homeland Security, and my husband and I are ordained pastors. So that's a little bit about me. I'm passionate about resale. There's a couple things that I'm passionate about, but one of the things I'm passionate about is resale and creating the atmosphere. I can go into a resale store and make it look like a charm and get those consumers buying. So today I'm going to show you how to build or create a display. And this is just a prop, you all. This is actually my bookcase, so I've got it kind of covered with my backdrop here, brick backdrop. So you guys work with me. If I was at a store, I could do a lot better job. Let's see, I got some comments coming in. Good morning, Heather. How are you? Good morning, Paulette. Let's see, Paulette says, good morning, I finally got you with the help of Debbie. Awesome, thank you. Okay, guys, so we're going to start with building a display. Now, the first thing that you want to do when you are creating a display in your business, in your store, is you want to start out with a star. Okay, you want to start out with one item that's going to be the star of your display. And today, we're going to start out with this half mannequin. And when you start out with the star of your display, let's see if I can get her prop here right. The star of your display can go left, right, in the middle, or it could be, you can center it or you can place the star of your display anywhere you like. Now, the star of your display is the beginning of your vignette or your merchandising here. Because the star of the display, you're going to build from the colors of the star. You're going to build from the theme of the star. So in this case, this star, she's a little whimsical. She has a little cute little whimsical blouse with the circles, the squares. We've got the big statement heart necklaces on her. So we want to stay within that theme. When you're creating a display, when you create a theme, this is going to be a little whimsical. You don't want to mix in formal with whimsical, okay? We want to stay with whimsical. Or if you're going to do let me get back in the camera. If you're going to do like a ocean display, which we may do that another day this week. If you're going to do an ocean or a nautical display, you want to stay with complete ocean and nautical theme. Okay, so today we're doing whimsical. The blouse, and I think this is an escada or some type of blouse. This is our star today. So we're going to build from the colors and the theme of that. So another important thing about building displays, I'm going to add another piece here. You want to not have your displays all one height across the top. Okay, you want to cause the eye of your shopper and your consumer to go from left to right, if you will, and up and down. Okay, so as I'm adding, I'm starting to build. Let me turn my little necklace thing here around. Now, one thing about pearls can go anywhere. Pearls can be formal, pearls can be whimsical. So anyway, when you build your display, you want to create a couple dimensions, okay? You can create 3 or 4 dimensions, and we're going to have several dimensions in this display. So right now, we've got 3 things going on. All 3 of the items come together in color. We've got the pink, the yellow, the fuchsia. Even though the pearls are a different color, we have this piece here that has the multiple colors in it to bring it together. Okay, so far we've got those 3 things going for our display. So we're going to add some more into the display, and we're still working from the star. She is the star of the display, the lady that has on the blouse and the statement necklace. Anybody have any questions while we're building our display this morning? Okay, I'm going to keep going. All right, I'm going to add this cute little decorative box. Now, mind you, I've got 4 dimensions going on here. I've got 4 different heights going on here. And variated heights are important when you're building your display, because you want the shopper's eye to go up, down, down, back up again. If their eye is going to go straight across, if everything is even straight across, they're going to miss something, because they're going to just go straight across that display. So you want your consumer, you want your shopper, you want to influence that shopper. So you want to create this display to have different dimensions to make them look at each portion of your display. So we're going to add in another dimension here. I think I have this there. I can't remember, but I'm going to add a couple things in here. We're building our display. So we've got some things that's kind of down low. I think I want to put those right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Those are earrings. Then we've got another piece that we're going to add here. And another thing, you don't want to overcrowd. You don't want to overcrowd your display, but you want to put enough pieces. Let's see, I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I probably have about maybe 8 to 10 things in this display that a consumer can buy. Okay, so that's the basics of building a display. An influential display is starting off with your star, and from your star, you're going to connect the rest of your display to the star of the display. Now, the key here is to have or allow the colors to flow together. If you notice, I threw in this turquoise, which there's no turquoise anywhere else. Well, there is a little turquoise here in the earring, but you can throw in a soft pastel contrasting color into your display just to add a little pop. Okay, so we built this display in less than 5 minutes. Does anybody have any questions about building a display? Miriam, let me see, Yuloho. Thank you. I love this. You're so very welcome. Now, let me say this. Now, when I had my brick and mortar store, my staff, they would get so upset because when we would create displays, the customers would come in and take them down and buy them. And they would get so upset. No, I am the owner. I've got to pay this bill. Let them buy the display. So remember, your displays are created to influence the shopper. You know, if they want to take it down to try it on, excuse me, by all means, let them do so. Let's see, I got some more comments. She says correct. Mary says correct. Mary, what's the name of your store? Miriam. And what city is it in? We have a new viewer on this morning. And guys, I'm on 2 channels. I'm on the Paulette Baker Resale Private Group channel, and I'm also on my personal page channel. We're talking about creating displays this morning. You want to start off with your star. This blouse with all the whimsical design and color is our star this morning. And we created, or we added different themes to go with our star. We added the different dimensions because we want that eye, we want that shopper's eye to see our entire display. Now I've got a little open space right here. I don't know if you can see this, that I can probably add something else here, but you don't want to overcrowd your display. You know, you don't necessarily want to overcrowd your display. You want to keep it light and you want to keep it simple. Okay, all right. Sisters Hearts Thrift Store in Arabi, Louisiana. Thank you so much, Miriam. Does anybody have any questions about creating or building displays? Now, tomorrow, I'm going to show you how, like say for instance, if something sells off of this display, or a couple of things sell off of this display. Yes, you could put in shoes. When I did, listen y'all, I did my first live last night. I did a shopping network channel on my name brand consignments page. It was so fun. And I had shoes up here. But yes, you can absolutely, you can do shoes. The reason why I took the shoes down, because they look funny in the camera. They look good, you know, face to face. But when I looked at it through the camera, it didn't look very appealing. So I took the shoes down. But yes, you can add shoes to your display. You can add anything you want. You can add anything you want, but the key is you want to start off with a star and a theme. So the star represents your theme and the star represents your colors, okay? So we built this display based on the theme. It's whimsical, okay? And we've got the similar colors, and we threw in the turquoise just to give it a little pop. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to show you how to fill in your display without dismantling the whole display. Like say for instance, if somebody buys this blouse, or they buy the whole, let's just say for instance, somebody purchased the star of the display. If they got the blouse and the necklace, and a lot of times when you start creating these displays influentially, as I call it, people will buy pretty much the whole set. And when you do a complete body display, you want to try to keep the sizes, the top and the top and the bottom size, the same size or pretty close to size. Because most time when people see a display that they like, they want the whole outfit. Okay, so let's say for instance, somebody purchases the star of our display and we'd be like, oh shucks, we're going to have to do this all over again. You will not have to create an entire display again. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you, tomorrow's Tuesday for our 9 o'clock Moneymaker morning. I'm going to show you how you can fill in your display after someone purchases from your display, how you can fill it in and not start all over again. Even with adding a new star. Sometimes when we lose the star, someone else in the display or something else in the display becomes the star. Okay, so ladies, and gentlemen, that's what I have for you this morning. Does anybody have any questions? And y'all excuse my face all up in the camera. I want to see the comments. Anybody have any other questions this morning? Questions this morning? Reference building your display. Really, really simple. I'm going to go over it again, then I'm going to get out of here. My husband's going to take me to breakfast this morning. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Start off with your star. Star of the display. The star creates the theme. The star creates the color theme, or the color pattern, so to speak. And you want to create different dimensions. You don't want everything. You don't want 3 mannequins going across the same size, the same height. No, you don't want that. If you're going to add another mannequin, maybe you can do a taller one. You know how you have the mannequins that they stop at the thigh? How often should the displays be changed? That is an excellent question. At least, it depends. If your store is a 7-day store, if your store is open like 7 days or 6 days a week, I would say at least change it once to twice a week. And we're going to talk about that on tomorrow, because this is key to having people always wanting to come into your store. Because sometimes I know we can get caught up with, setting up our displays. We don't want anybody to touch it because it's so beautiful, but that's not the purpose of the display. It is the purpose of the display, but the overall purpose is you want people to buy it. But you want to be able to keep those displays fresh, changed out, and that's what I'm going to show you tomorrow. I'm going to show you tomorrow how to keep those displays freshly changed out without dismantling the whole display. You could put a complete new look. You can put a complete new swag on your display without taking the whole thing down, okay? So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to show you some tricks and trades on how you can do that, how you can create a new star, or if another item in your display has won the stardom, then we can do something else, okay? Good question, Marianne. Thank you. But you should change your displays once to twice a week. And prayerfully, you'll have to change it, because when you get this display down, when you get this influential displaying down, people will start buying off your displays, okay? But you have to give people a, what influential displays, what they do is, they give people resolution to fashion. Some people don't know how to put things together. So you're giving people ideas on how to put things together for a whimsical look, or for a nautical look, or whatever theme that you want to do. Okay, are there any more questions before I go? Don't forget to join me tomorrow morning. Now, let's see. I don't even know which channel is which, but I've got 2 channels going on here. Listen, guys, be sure that you sign up to my Paulette Baker private group page. It's Paulette Baker Resale private group page, because in March, beginning in March, I'm only going to have, I think, the one channel going on. I'm going to take all my, all of the channels are going to be, or the one, this one program is going to be on one channel. Moneymaker Mornings is going to be on one channel. It's my goal. I'm going to take it off my personal page, because my personal page is open and public. And I want to put it on my private page, because we're going to be doing things like this. We're going to actually be doing training. And this is not for the public eye, even though I'm doing it I did this one this morning. But I want this stuff to be on our private group page. So be sure, if you're not a member, and you have to request to be a member of the Paulette Baker. If somebody knows the name of it, can you type it in for me? I think it's Paulette Baker Resale Group. It's the name of the page. I've got both my phones on camera, so I can't look. But after I get off the live this morning, I'll type it into the comments on both sides. Let me check this side to see. Good morning, Asnita. How are you? Thank you guys for joining me today. Now, I'm going to leave this up today, and I'm going to start off with this tomorrow. And again, tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to change out your displays for a fresh look, and or if someone purchases your star or purchases a few pieces off of your display. I'm going to show you what you can do so you won't have to completely dismantle the whole display and start over again. Okay? So we got another comment here. Nicholas says, this was very timely. Awesome. Now, let me tell you guys, if I can praise my own pond for just a second, and I don't know if my team needs to see this today. I don't know if Heather is still on or not, but I went out to her store. Well, it wasn't her store, but the Junior League of New Orleans, and we completely revamped the store. I showed her staff and team how to do displays. We did displays. We made those power walls pop. That's one of the things that my consulting business does. I will come to your store in person. You'll have me in person for a whole weekend. I will come to your store, and it doesn't take long. You don't have to buy anything. Most of the time, you have everything that you need in your store to create a totally new look, a total new atmosphere. But if you want to know more about my store makeovers, you can go to my website at PauletteBakerConsulting.com, And when you get there, if you need more information, my telephone number is listed. You can give me a call if you would like for me to come out to your store to help you with your store makeover. I would love to do it. Of course, it's not free. It is a fee. It is a charge, but that's one of my specialties that I do. Okay, so please join me tomorrow. I'm going to show you how to change out your display without dismantling the whole display, and or if someone purchases something out of the display or two, if they purchase one or two items and it kind of makes your display look a little off or untimely, I'm going to show you what you can do so that you don't have to dismantle the entire display, but how you can get that display put back together after someone has made a purchase, or after you want to change, or if you want to change it out. Okay, guys, listen, guys, love you so much. Thank you for joining me on these mornings, Moneymaker mornings. I'm on every weekday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. I try to keep it in for like 15 minutes. Sometimes it gets good and we go over. Don't forget to sign up over on the private group page, Paulette Baker Resale Group. And I will see you guys on tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Go to my website. If you've got questions or you need to email me, you can go to my website, get the rest of my info. Thank you.